Good morning from the Wolf Driver Facebook page and alldognetwork.com. My name is Melissa. I'm here with Miss Daisy May here in the Wolf Driver's office. And I get to take Miss Daisy May here to work with me every day. I am so lucky. Well, we're here doing our show, Caring for Your Senior Pup, where we try to get suggestions and tips and share ideas about how to best care for your senior pup. And last week we went off the grid a little bit. Sorry about that. We went camping and missed an episode. But Daisy May did so much hiking. And we were at the top of West Virginia's highest point. And she just wanted to hike and hike. But I credit that to all the physical therapy we've been doing at her rehab center. So for this episode, it's pre-recorded because I wanted to show you the insides of her rehab center a little bit. And so the first 3 segments in here are going to be her on the underwater treadmill. And then I wanted to show you her pool at home and then go over some exercises that the therapist wanted us to do at home to help strengthen her and keep her moving. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. So here is Daisy. It's a very short clip of one of her very first times in the treadmill, and she's doing such a great job. It's moving at a nice slow pace for her. And then we're going to come into the next, which is pretty recent. It's not the best video footage, but she's actually on an incline on a different treadmill because she's been doing so well that they wanted to put her on the incline. The therapist didn't want to take her too long, for too long of a duration on the treadmill. She didn't want to take her up too high in speed too, so she just figured to add the incline, and you see her doing so well. Just to make it more challenging for her, because you always want a challenge when you're working out too. So this is all at, I'm going to have to give a shout out to them. They're VOSM. They're a sports rehab place here in Maryland. And they do such a great job with the rehab they do there. It's really good for like recovering after surgery and weight management, and for working in performance animals. We've actually seen police dogs come in, I guess because they're getting worked out so much, they want to stay strong and prevent any injuries. And I also see a lot of agility dogs there. And what else do I see there? I see like show dogs, as far as the hunting dog competitions. They go there too to help with their dogs. And also it's good for like arthritis, of course, with the senior pups. And with Daisy's condition, we're thinking that she started dragging her feet. So we're thinking that's mainly neurological because she's strong enough to walk, but just every once in a while, like she has to wear boots on the road because she drags her back nails. So with this, it's really helping strengthen her. When at home, she used to need help getting out of the tub, and now she's jumping out. So I still pick her up and put her in the tub because that's a little dangerous, jumping into a tub, being all slippery. But the jump out, I'm very impressed with. She's like got a little athlete still in her. So this really helps to decrease pain and promote the healing and to maintain the range of motion. Like after here she comes on another clip. This is one of the most recent, and she's waiting for it to fill up. She's trying so hard to be patient. What I was saying about the range of motion is that, like, after she's done on the treadmill, the therapist will work her out and massage her a little bit and stretch her. It really is good for the range of motion and maintain and return to that full level of functionality as much as possible. And it's good for the psychological effects too. It's got positive psychological effects, because whenever they're learning a new thing, I think that's the best form. Keep things new, keep their mind active. I don't think a sedentary life is very good for a puppy dog, especially when they're getting older. You don't want them just laying around. So what she does here at VOSM, the Veterinary Orthopedic Sports Medicine, is she mainly does the underwater treadmill, but she also does the cold laser therapy. And it's like cold laser and light therapy. And that's really good, because when she starts to get a little bend in her spine, I don't know what it is about it, but the next day she's straightened out. So it's really amazing. It's really well worth it. And I can't thank the Wolf Driver enough for all the time that Daisy goes there and gets all straightened out. Look at her, she's doing so good. She always goes she looks side to side. And I think that might be some of the neurological effects too. But as long as you keep them active and happy, out doing new things, going different places. I know she's got some puzzles at home that you put treats in. That's really good for keeping their mind occupied and active. Look at her. You can see how much faster it is from that first little clip to the one now. She's doing such a good job. And she is working up on her time. She does halfway, she gets a little break, and then she does it again. Yeah, she went back down to the flat because after she did the incline, and I'm not so sure it was really the incline, she just had a rough week afterwards. But this right here is right after we got back from Spruce Knob, the highest point in West Virginia, and she was so upset when I had to turn her around in the trail. It's like, no, we can't go any further. I'll be carrying you back. But she was so excited to be there. Going seeing new places, different things. Just changing up the routine. I mean, new things. But just changing up a routine a little bit. That's always good. It's good for us too. So after this clip, I'll show you the little swimming pool that Daisy's got at the house. Here's Daisy's swimming pool at our house, and it's actually a stock tank that was, for horses and cattle. It's made for the farm, but it's the only thing I could find that was deep enough to, when it's filled all the way to the top, she can swim. But at the level it is right there in the video, she can touch the bottom and she's comfortable. But the main thing is just the warm, it's warm water. It's not hot because it's pretty, it wasn't too hot out that day. But just to help loosen, and I massage her while she's in there. I only put her in there for so long at a time. Which is, I can tell, I mean, you can tell when your dog's done with something for a while. Take a little break, come back to it. And I try to do that 3 times for 3 reps, you know. Just 3 reps of a little soak and massage. Then she gets dried off and she gets another massage. She's got a rough life. Poor dog, right? But I really see the benefits of doing this too. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't make her do something that she doesn't want to do. That is definitely true. There she is. She's showing off she can stand there all by herself. Just can touch the bottom. But I still got her life jacket on, just to help her feel secure. Actually helps keep her a little dry too. But even if she were to fall in the water, I've noticed with putting her in when it's deep enough for her to swim, she does a little tilt over. So like a pool noodle around the body, around the neck, would help keep her head above water. Maybe we should think of a design for senior dogs that helps keep their head afloat. Like if she was out on the boat or something that she fell in, she'd be upright. That would be upright and she wouldn't be tilting into the water. So coming up next will be her floor exercises. Good girl. Come here. What a good girl. So Daisy wanted to conclude our episode on therapy today with the 3 exercises that were prescribed from her therapist to her. And they're 3 pretty simple exercises that I'm not sure if she's going to do right now because she's a little sore. So, oh, and she's got a hairball. Oh, poor little girl. Good girl. So the first one is a sit to a stand. And when she first started, it was more of a down. She would go all the way down to a sit. I would like back her up into a sit and then call her towards me for a stand. And everything, it's better if you have treats because they're really motivated, or most dogs are pretty motivated with treats. Right, Daisy? Cookie, cookie? And so I don't know if she's going to do a sit to a stand, but I'm sure everybody knows a sit. Right, Daisy? Sit. Good girl. I know you're sore. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Right? It's good to work out the soreness. Right? Sit. I don't know about that. I know. You get to lay down in a minute. So the second exercise, excuse me, is to have their front paws like up on a step, and it's to strengthen the back. And that first sit to a stand, they represented a squat for a human. So if she would put her little front paws, we usually use a aerobic step at home so she can see over it. So this is a little unfamiliar for her. What a good girl. Oh, what a good girl. She wants to show off. I can get used to stuff like that. Good girl. Stay. Good girl. And until whenever she's uncomfortable, she gets down. Good girl. I know I didn't bring any cookies to work today. Poor little girl. And then, you're so silly. The third exercise is a stretch on each side. So I would take a cookie and I would go to her shoulder and come back and to her midway point and come back and to her hip and do it on each side like 3 times. And we were supposed to do like 3 reps of each, once or twice a day. But we've been a little lax on that lately. We get back into strengthening and keeping everything strong, but we're still going to therapy, and that cold laser, that therapy that they do on her back and on her legs, it really helps straighten her out. So we hope you enjoyed our little episode today, right Daisy? And we hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week.